Hey all, other white guy here. I kind of figured that this month's video just being an ad would feel a little weird and cringe. So, you're getting the rant a month early. Don't say I never did anything for you. Is this technically cheating for my promise of one video a month? Kinda. Not really. Alright, 18th verse, same as the first. Let's go over everything I did this year, because it was surprisingly a lot. I got into commentating for Splatoon. If you haven't seen any of that, I've been partnering with Metro Inc. in the Splatoon scene, and I've been doing a lot of stuff there for some of their events. I didn't do the last one because they had a lot of people for that one that were it was a lot more stacked. They had a lot more clout than me, so understandably so. You know, I can't be expected to go like every time. Maybe Vic can when available. Maybe like the Malibu Rising crew, but like, come on, I'm like D-list at best. Plus, I'm just starting out, and hopefully they actually want me back. But you know, that's neither here nor there. I did apply to the one in February, so keep an eye out for that if I end up being graced, I guess. I'm not putting it like that. Either way, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. Thank you, Pico, Power, and Law, and everyone else. Very cool. Yeah, it's just kind of weird getting recognized. I'm not used to that. Just the Splatoon scene just knows me now, which is fucking crazy. Just the other day, I got recognized by some like random internet user for my Shining Sarcophagus videos, which I did not expect, and I'll get to that in a moment, but that was cool. I think off my channel, that's notably it. Yeah, there's some other big stuff, and I'll get to them eventually, but for now, I just go in chronological order every time, so I'm going to do that now. Starting with the last rant. So, it has now officially been over a year since I came out with the Marina video. And I gotta say, yeah, there's nothing really new to say about it that I haven't already expressed. I keep saying this will be like the last time I bring it up and whatever, and like, technically that's true. But so long as that continues to be the most viral, feels weird to call it that, but yes, the most, so long as it's the most viral public video available on my channel, yeah, it's gonna be like a point of comparison for a lot of my stuff going forward. So I don't want to have to bring it up all the time, but sometimes I'll have to. Hopefully, like, you know, I won't as much anymore. And not to say I don't want to talk about it, because I'm very, you know, despite my errors with it, I am very proud of how, like, it came out and how I was able to present everything. And I'm glad people liked it too. Reception around it tended to be like positive all around, so that was also nice. According to the thumbnail, it received 17,000 views by the time that that video dropped, and as I'm recording now, it is currently, I believe, yes, 19,000. So it does seem to be like, you know, perpetually like garnering attention over time. And I keep mentioning like publicly like the most viewed thing, and that's because like the most viewed or viral thing I have on the internet is something that I have since unlisted. Like I didn't private it. You can still go to check it out if you know where to go. I'm not gonna tell you, but like if you scour the channel, you'll figure it out. But it was a video on like some drama surrounding some people called the Valley Folk. If you remember them, they're like the source-fed people. If you even know what that is, don't worry if you don't. Very niche internet bullshit. But there was a video I made very impulsively, just kind of just gushing my feelings on the matter, and wow, who would have thought drama actually gets a lot of attention? And I didn't like that, so like after a year I just made it go poof. And though it was still slowly garnering viewership, like, I just completely, like, cut off its lifeline, and it plateaued at around 23,000, I believe. So, the moment that I see Marina's video receive, like, 24,000 views, that's when I can definitively say this is the most viral shit I've ever made on the internet. So, you know, 5,000 more views. Can we do it? Probably. Realistically, like, if I got like another 2K like in a year, then like, yeah, give it another like year or two, it'll get there. I'm a patient man. Anything to overtake that piece of shit, honestly. So that's cool to see. And, like, thanks again for all the attention that video garnered. Like, it's because of that I did get as recognized in the Splatoon scene as I have. Or at least it was a factor. It probably wasn't necessary for the New York scene specifically, but it definitely, like, helped, like, with my presence recognized all around. But even, like, in the New York scene, there were just people who, like yeah, you did those videos. Yeah, so it's like, you know. But yeah, now we have to move on. First Akawa of that year was on the character of Josh from God, what was the name of that game again? Watch Dogs 2, yes. There are going to be characters that I am not particularly familiar with that I would want other people who are more familiar with to be able to express their voices. Sometimes I won't be able to like have them like in my video because I myself am just, you know, again, I don't have clout. I have reached out to people before and either heard crickets or just uninterest. So when I see that someone else talks about the character who are autistic themselves and kind of beat me to the punch, I want to do it in a more in-depth manner, but use them as a baseline to get my facts across. Of course, I did my own research as well, but there's only so much I can do without actually playing the game. And brother, I am not playing an entire goddamn Ubisoft game to get to the bottom of that. I kind of want to fix the camera. Give me a second. There we go. But yeah, he's a fascinating character to tackle simply because he was written with the intention of being autistic. And there are some things that they do right. And I do appreciate the fact that he does exist. It is, however, unfortunate that he's just kind of like that is just all he is as a character from what it seems like. Like he does seem to like, you know, actually, you know, have a presence in the story and a huge impact. Like he matters overall and people care about him. But at the same time, it's like you can't really seem to remove the character of his autism. Like he's bound to it. There's no like escape from that. I know there are a lot of people out there with autism that are like, you know, unable to be untethered in a similar way, but you know, it would be nice to just, you know, actually have a fucking character who may or may not be neurodivergent but you know, not just be the only thing you think of when you think of the character. You know, it's not like you have like a gay character in a story and like everything around the character has to have some sort of feedback loop to reminding you that he is gay, right? Maybe if I played more of the game it would be more natural feeling, but as an outsider that's just kind of the vibe I got. After that, I made a deck profile for Shining Sarcophagus. It's bad, don't play it. I have tried it out. I'm very proud of what I was able to construct on a first attempt, but man, it was something. I've done a bit of tinkering, and I actually have a new deck that I haven't been able to test out. The locals that I brought up in that video I don't really go there anymore. There was a guy who was like very prominent there. Like I think he was like one of the more higher up people like of the store itself, not the company, whatever. Apparently he left, and I cannot confirm if this is true or not, but from what rumors I've heard, there was some speakings of in the grapevine of like the higher ups like dealing with like price gouging and scalping and shit, and he just wanted nothing to do with it, so he left. And that just kind of put a sour taste in my mouth, so I'm just not gonna risk it. I'm not going there again, which sucks because like it's already a bit out of the way for me for where I'm at, and it's like one of the closest locals I got, or at least is the closest local I got. It's hard for me to say. I don't know like all the locations around me, but that's where it stands. The deck I have right now is a mashup of Shine Sark and Runic. There's a lot of synergy with it, as I've mentioned in a previous video, but I'll get to that video in a bit. But for the time that I did spend at that local was nice. The people there were chill. There was one guy that was like, he was probably like one of the best players in that entire goddamn local, but whenever I got paired up with him, he would brick, crash out, slam his hand on the table, pack his shit, and leave. Every time. This multiple occurrences, and it just like, and like I just have to sit there and go, yeah, no, this game is bullshit. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like it put me in such an awkward position, man. Like I didn't want to risk doing that. That's kind of another reason I didn't really go back. Was not an encouraging environment because I could play with him every time. It was like playing Russian roulette if I got like matched up with him again. I'm not even that good of a player. Like he's phenomenal. He actually like knows what the fuck he's doing. He takes it way too seriously. He just bricks. He's like, I have to play all the Mull Charmies or whatever. I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. Oh yeah, and I later reviewed the Switch 2. Legitimately. Another thing I kind of forgot to point out, actually. I got a new mic. I don't know if you noticed in the last video. It was the first one I used it on. I think it's a Soundheiser Pro, something like that. It's supposed to be like a really good quality mic. I'm finally free of that stupid ass Blue Yeti. Hopefully I sound good. I don't know how, like I'm not an audiophile myself, so like I'm not exactly like I mean I kind of care about audio quality to an extent, but it's like it's not something I'm particularly an expert with. So hopefully this sounds good. If you hear any shit outside, that's probably my family or some cars driving by. Like I'm a quiet street anyway. You're not gonna hear shit, but it does mean I'm gonna have to be more generally aware of it because it's apparently it was able to pick up on some stuff. I don't know. Hopefully you like it. Anyway, next up is Guildmaster. I got so many compliments from my impression of Chatot in this video, and it was kind of like a one-take thing, but apparently I did like a really good job with that. I do feel like maybe the way I emphasized certain syllables could have been a little bit different, but otherwise I'm really proud of how this one came out. Also maybe the Wigglytuff voice could be better. I've always just kind of imagined with like a deeper voice anyway. I don't know. I just kind of thought that would have been funny and fitting for like a character like him. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That's just my headcanon. Then I talked about Gen 3 Pokemon. Pretty self-explanatory. Once I do Gen 4, maybe later this year if I feel like it, I don't know. But once I get past Gen 4, then we'll get then I will have covered all of the generations of the franchise that I deem my era. Like, I got into it in Gen 3, and Gen 4 was like my first new generation. And Gen 4 has a lot of peak design, so I'm really excited to talk about that. But as is, like, for most people, I've probably already passed, like, the classics. So, we'll see. Then I got to talk about the new deck obsession that I garnered. The fucking Metal Morph piece of shit deck. Oh my god, dude. Like, analyzing these cards has been really, really fun, and making that video and that script and everything was really entertaining, but not as many people were interested in checking that out. But man, what a fucking arc those cards have gone through. Like, Metal Morph is like one of the... Oh my god, fucking OBS, stop doing that. Like, Metal Morph went from being like one of the best traps in the earliest forms of the game, in terms of OTKing, I guess. And the Metal Morph monsters themselves, vanillas notwithstanding, being some of the worst goddamn things you could ever put into a deck in your life. Honestly, even the vanillas at that point, like, why would you, like, waste 2 tributes on something that is not a Blue Eyes White Dragon? Unless you literally just had no way of obtaining it. Like, I guess that's like a budget pick. It's fucking weird. Yeah, going from all of that to like an actual like strategy, playability notwithstanding, is cool. Like, there is a game plan here, and I do respect what it tries to do. Like, there was like an actual like philosophy in terms of like taking the concept of those cards and actually making them work cohesively. And to be fair, like, they work in any deck that requires any of the specific type of monster that may or may not be like extra deck locked or whatever. So they can fit into any strategy if you really want them to. Whether or not they're good is subjective, I guess. I will stand by that Full Metal Dragon is probably like the thing that anyone's gonna ever want to focus on. I tried putting that on a Blue Eyes deck. I made it work, kinda, sorta. I just, in order to keep improving the deck, I just kept stripping out more of the Metal Morph cards until it was just like him, Max, Metal Morph, and then like the Rhoda search spell thing, just for a little bit of consistency with it. But yeah, regardless, the cards are cool, and Metal Zoa is a card that can actually do something now. So, yeah. Then an Akawa on a bunch of different Splatoon characters. Like, there's a lot of theories around a lot of different amount of them, and I go through all of them one at a time. 3 of them primarily. And yeah, it did not blow up as much as Marina, because I doubt Harmony is as popular as Marina. You know, 300 is nothing to sneeze at, but considering the audience I garnered, it still kind of surprised me that it wasn't like a bit more. But like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like put up crocodile tears like, oh, boo-hoo, my primarily Splatoon-centric audience didn't watch my Splatoon video. Like, bitch, like, shut the fuck up. Like, who cares? I'm not in this for the views, man. I'm not even monetized on this channel, bro. Like, I do this for the love of the game. Like, I'm in here for the long haul. I'm not against monetization. It's just like, this stuff ain't gonna work out. It's complicated. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I feel like anything I could say about that video I've already said in the video, so I'll just leave it at that. I'm happy to have at least addressed them, because I know like some people might have certain feelings about them. And you know, they come from Japan, and as I've said in the past, every anime character is autistic if you really squint hard enough. Next up, I was not done obsessing over Shining Sarcophagus. So there I made some cards, some support cards to help fix the deck's playstyle. Do I think it would save the deck? No. I think it would just make it, like, less pathetic. Like, it would actually give them something to do. I did think that maybe making, like, some retrains of Ra or Obelisk could also be interesting, because, like, yeah, Cypher is, like, the Yugi-centric card, but, you know, if we're basing it off of, like, all the cards that are primarily associated with Yugi, whether it be, like, him or Atem, then, you know, like, the three gods would make sense and all that. Maybe having a retrain of... What's that one's name? The fucking goddess that's a fusion of the three. Maybe making her into a hand trap for the deck could be interesting. Like, give the deck some turn zero plays. Like, make it so it can, like, you know, function in a sense. But as it is, yeah, that's why I'll leave it at that for now. You might not notice, like with the cards that I put up there, the spell card in the thumbnail is has the artwork of that one trap, well, one of two traps that specifically mentioned Monster Reborn and negates its effects. You get it? You get the joke? You would if you watched the video. Anyway, that's that. Glad I got that out of the way. Maybe I can, like, die happy and not have to deal with that fucking deck ever again. Aside from that other video that I'm going to talk about later, I'll get to that. Also forgot to mention with that video, the throwing the sarcophagus behind me onto the bed thing was, it was a thing that I thought would be funny and had in mind for the video, and it worked out exactly how I thought it would. But man, was it a little bit annoying. I got on my third or fourth attempt. I want to say my third. So it wasn't that bad. But, like, in the actual footage, I don't know how I was able to keep a straight face. Being able to pull... that's probably, like, the best take out of any footage I've ever recorded. Like, it was, like, how the fuck was I able to do... Like, that's, like, Scott the Woz breaking the 3DS levels of how the fuck did he keep a straight face. You know what I mean? Crazy. Anyway, moving on. Next is the other comic dub I did, the one for Megatron's Banana Pudding. Oh my god. That like, it may not seem like it on YouTube because, like, it only got, like, 130 views. It's, like, no big deal. It's, like, pretty standard for a lot of my voiceover stuff. That shit went viral on Blue Sky. Like, the Blue Sky version of that post was, like... I think literally the other day it just, like, got a new wave of attention. Like, some more people were liking it. Mostly it's because it's the thing I have pinned to my account because it got so viral. And if you're wondering why did that happen, well, as it turns out, because all of the posts of these that I do are quote posts of the original, that led to the original creator of the comic to see what I did, like and reposted themselves. Shut the fuck up, OBS! Why are you doing that? I don't know if any tech people in the audience could tell me why it's doing that, but anyway, they saw it, they liked it, they reposted it to their account. That got it a huge wave of attention. So, thanks for that, dude. That was really cool. Yeah, Phil Banks. I think that's how you say it. And if that name sounds familiar, it wasn't until after they had reposted my stuff and I looked at their profile that I was like, oh, that's the guy that made the Chill Guy character. He's the guy that made Chill Guy. Oh shit. Sick. I didn't know that. Thanks. And before you ask, I have seen the third Transformers comic. No, I am not touching it. If you know, you know. But yeah, I've always like had a fondness for Transformers. So being able to like put on a Starscream, I fucking love Starscream. Dude. He's probably like my favorite Transformers character, no matter like what iteration of him like he is. Like he is just like he is my favorite concept for a character. Just a pathetic like second in command that's always pining to be the first. He's so sniveling, dude. I love so being able to like embody that character for that meme was so much fun, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I played a pretty sexy ass Megatron right there. I was really proud of that. But yeah, really proud of that one, especially with how well it did on both platforms, honestly. So that was cool. And then we have an Akawa on V from Bug Fables. That was a fun one to do. Bug Fables was a pleasant surprise of a game. I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. And oh my god, the characters are just so, like, all wonderfully amazing. But, like, V just stole the show for me. Like, she's just so fucking hilarious and precious. So yeah, like, shout out to that game. That one was cool. And then there's the No Mario comic thing, where like apparently that was like I didn't even know it was a Germa thing, or maybe I did. I don't even remember what I knew or did not know. All I knew is that like I heard in my head how it should have sounded. I saw an actual like vocalized version of it from like the source. And I'm like, that is not how I imagined it. I need to bring this into reality. So I did. And that actually garnered a pretty decent amount of attention. That got like right now it's like sitting at like 1.6K, which is a lot for a VA thing that, of mine. So yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed that one. To be fair, it's a very short and sweet one. I have been considering translating or repackaging some of my videos into shorts for the YouTube Shorts. And I feel like that would be like a really fitting video to have for that. We'll see. I haven't bothered checking out how to do that yet, but I might in the coming year. I think like the goal for me for 2026 is figure out shorts. Like, do some work to make shorts and work from there. So, expect that, I guess. The next one up is the last voiceover thingy that I did for the year. The Mega Malamar comic. Oh my god. I've had people come up to me and go like, that's a strange voice you gave to the Halucha. And I'm like, I don't know, man. That's just what like felt natural to me. Maybe it was like the beak nose that he had that made him feel like he was more nasally, I guess. But like, that's just the voice I envisioned for him. I don't know. And man, that one was fun to do. I'm sorry. That one I had on repeat a few times. that was just really fun. I'm glad that came out the way that it did. And then we had twice in 1 year another odd video. What do you know? I didn't just talk about Pokemon this time. But yeah, I just made a video making an excuse to talk about me turning 30. Almost went on the verge of getting emotional in that one. Really teetered on the edge of that one. I lost my balance there, but it just means a lot being able to like find myself in the position that I have already. And yeah, like being on this planet for 30 fucking years does stuff to a motherfucker. It's it just made me really introspective, and I wanted to take the opportunity to address that, I guess. Just how far I've come since starting doing this. I genuinely did not think I would make it like as far as I have with all the stuff that I've done, even just like a year ago. And now I've not only been like working with and accepted in with a community of people, I've been able to work with like indie game studios. Crazy. But also just like I get recognized like at those like specifically tailored events and on the internet sometimes randomly too. Like, what the fuck? I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this, man. I guess to pull back the curtain a little bit, I've been working on a script talking about my feelings with imposter syndrome, because I've been developing a lot of that the more success I've garnered, and the more I attempt to go about engaging with art in different ways. So hopefully that'll come out within like the next month or two. I don't know. Depends on what I choose to prioritize. But as of right now, yeah, just thank you all for I'll say till the day I die, thank you all so much for, you know, just being yourselves and being supportive and stuff. Just watching, honestly, is more than enough. Okay, and the video after that was the political one. Alright, listen. I was not expecting a lot of people to want to watch any sort of political opinion I may or may not have. But I was also expecting it to do a little bit better than the video of me turning fucking 30. Like, I'm sorry if it's an uncomfortable topic to discuss, but it is probably the one that I'm the most concerned with. The fact that I was able to get that done so early in the month should prove to you how much I fucking give a shit about this. I did like such a surface level observation of just what the fuck the goddamn government was talking about with this shit, and it was broken down in multiple fucking pieces before I even got to the main topic of the video. It's such horse shit, dude. And don't even get me started on like all the actual shit that's going on now with like the Epstein files. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? The government just is blatantly lying to you. Everyone fucking knows it, but no one can do anything about it because they're the fucking government. I don't like getting political. I don't. But there are times where I'm just like, I should put my foot down. My purpose for this YouTube channel is to both be entertaining, but to also help bring awareness to certain things, depending on what they might be. Whether it's a specific deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or just autism, like the general concept of autism. And unfortunately, with the way that autism has been treated throughout all of history, there's an unavoidable sense of urgency when it comes to tackling it in the way that I did in this video. So if you have not watched the Akawa on the American government 2025, please do me a favor, watch that video or share it around. Even if you have, just like get the word out that these fucking idiots are stupid and should be held accountable for the problematic rhetoric that they are knowingly spreading. I'm getting so tripped up over my words. It really pisses me off, man. Final Yu-Gi-Oh video of the year was me talking about all three of the decks that I've previously given a spotlight to. That being Earth Machine, Shining Sarcophagus, and Metamorph in that order. And I've pretty much said everything I wanted to about those decks, and I'm very satisfied with how it came out. Right! I almost forgot! They announced new fucking trains the day after! I'm going to fucking kill Konami, dude. I'm going to kill Konami in their goddamn balls. Holy fuck, are you kidding me? Okay, it wasn't like literally the day after, but I think it was like, what, like a few days after that video came out? Like, Do you know how long I was working on that video? Konami, you couldn't give me a fucking heads up. I need to get that piece of shit video done for my quota for the month, and you decide to announce the new trains at the beginning of the month after? Go fuck yourselves? Oh my god. The train support looks really good too. It's they got like a consistent FTK now. They had an FTK, but now it's a little more consistent. So very nice, very cool. Man, I don't know why I can't just like things without having to explain why. Man, maybe one day I can talk about the fabled monsters and not have to worry about like the fabled Gumglore just like showing up out of nowhere. Is this what it's like, Rada? I get it. I now get it. Like, Dark Magician Girl wasn't enough for me, I guess. God fucking damn. Whatever. Final video of the year. My partner work with the devs for Of the Devil. I have now played episode 2, which, again, thank you, Nth Circle, for that Steam key. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so just for context, like, they put out, like, a forum on social media, like, any, like, streamer, content creator wanna work with us and, get a free copy of episode 2, and I'm like, I make content. I want a free copy of episode 2. So I filled out the form, shoot my shot and all that, not really expecting anything, because, like, I don't have that much clout. Like, I'm a D-list in Splatoon, let alone, like, the internet as a whole. You know? Like, who the fuck am I to, like, be given that kind of attention? And then lo and behold, I get, like, an email telling them, hey, we're sorry that we had to delay the game, but if you're receiving this email, that means you were selected to receive the Steam key. And I go, to, like, give you an idea of what was going on in my mind, it's been so long since I filled out that form, I completely forgot that I did that. Yeah, but I would love to work with them again in the future if they choose to want to work with me again to promote episode 3. In which case, I would want to make, like, an Akawa on one of the characters. But I've been thinking about how I would do that, and it'd be kind of tricky, you know? Because, like, who would I have to work with? Like, there's Morgan, but I don't know if I want to touch her with that kind of analysis because of reasons. But then there's also Sura, and she would be, like, a wonderful example if she wasn't literally a fucking robot. Because that delves into some stereotypes and stuff. Although, if I were to analyze her in such a way, that could bring about, like, an interesting sort of conversation to have around that sort of subject and that stereotyping. But, you know, that didn't stop me from making the Marina video and all that, given, like, she gave into certain stereotypes as well. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe her, like, inventor, I forget his name. It's been a while since I played episode 1, but there are angles in which I could work with this, and in fact, like, I'm sorry to say this, Nth Circle, I know, like, you'd rather not have the game be delayed, but you needed to, but you actually did me a huge favor by delaying the game, because you actually gave me time and heads up to have been able to work on the video, because I scrambled to put that, I put all of my plans for the month aside to just shit that video out as fast as I could, which, you know, like, I do think I did a good job, like, selling the game, but, like, if I had, like, a little more time, I could have, like, maybe scripted up something or whatever. But as it stands, I think I did a good job trying to sell the game and to my audience and what have you. I gave a very basic like comprehension of the game itself. Like, I really didn't go into all of the ways in which like there's a lot of like poker analogies, because like that's pretty much how like the gameplay acts. Like, there's a whole like section that pretends to act like blackjack and all that. But yeah, after having now played episode 2, it's really good, dude. It's really good. Like, I made a Blue Sky post talking about it. I gave some criticisms where it's just like a few technical hiccups, where it's just like, oh, like the text of the second line on the text box like shows a few pixels before it's supposed to scroll across, or like, oh, like there's some grammatical errors that they already fixed anyway. Just like simple shit that like they already fixed or can easily be fixed. As like the actual game itself and the story goes, I really liked it. There was a lot of like back and forth with the character dynamics that I found like a little confusing but very engaging. Like, it was confusing in the sense that it was like really complicated, but like I said before, it's very easy to follow along. And like, oh my god, I called the game woke before. We got a victim who had 2 dads. Detective Reyes like admits that she dated like a guy, but then also like a girl too, so she's bi. I completely forgot that like episode 1 literally like the entire plot hinged on like characters being gay and whatever. Oh man, it's been a while, man. And oh my god, dude, it was so fucking funny. It makes me want to merge without looking. Ugh. But yeah, I'm done showing that game for now. If anyone else out there wants to work with me to help promote their own product, definitely hit me up. DMs on Blue Sky are open, also on Discord if you could find me on Discord. And yeah, that's it. Looking forward to stuff in the new year. Originally, I was going to talk about how I was feeling a lot of burnout, but I think ever since the political video, since I was able to like get that done early and I actually cared about that shit, I had like a lot of extra time to just like not do anything. So I kind of sort of took a break a bit. So I don't really feel a burnout now, but I can now confidently say I have come out with a primary video every month for an entire year. So I have nothing to prove anymore. So I can take more breaks if I want to. So if I don't upload every month, that's your fault and you should feel ashamed for yourself. No, but I just like, I'm not going to stress out over it. Like, the deadlines keep me in check, but at the same time, I also have a life. Anyway, yeah, crazy year. Crazy year. Thank you all so much for the support. Still can't believe I've made it this far. And you know what they say. It's only up from here. Unless I get canceled. Please don't cancel me. I'm not ending it like that. What the fuck? No, but like, seriously, thanks. By the way, I also forgot to mention, thanks for 600 subs, or at least very, 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 very close to it. That's also cool. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.